Hello everyone, Teamwood here. This is Eclipsewewt coming at you with a Gagaga Chaos deck profile. This is a pre-Return of the Duelist deck, so it does not have Gagaga Revenge in it. I'm eagerly awaiting that card. But it is just kind of like a Chaos control variant. Let's get right into it. Start off with the extra deck. Big Eye and Gaia Dragon, because you can spam Exceeds in this deck, and Big Eye is just way too good. Gaia Dragon, because you run 5s and you also run Mind Control, so it's derpy there. Force Focus, because you need a 6, because of Chaos, Sorcerer, and everything, and I don't have anything else. I would suggest playing a different 6. Tyrus and a Zenmile, because you can easily do 5s, and Tyrus is just nice, and so is Zenmile. Back row control, and then board control. And then your 4s is Utopia Ray, because you run Mind Control and Utopia. Shockmaster, because it's a really great control. If you can get that off first turn, do it. It can just control the board from there, and then next turn you can spam even more. Kachikochi, because it's really nice to just do the extra damage, make the push. Maystroke for board control. Sorry for the glare. Utopia, just because it's Utopia. So that's the 4s. And your 3s, Leviathan, Acid Golem, Giga Brilliant, and Zenmains. They're all kind of self-explanatory, but Acid Golem is really nice just for it can get over like basically everything. And you got to be careful with that because you can potentially screw yourself over if you do it at the wrong time. But it's good if your opponent has something big and you can bait out a Solemn Warning and force them to do that when actually you'd be screwed if it stayed on the board any longer. It can just kind of force something out, or it can just run over everything and go for game from there. And then your last card is Arcanine Magician, because you run Veilers at 3, and you run Chaos Sorcerer at 2. So you can use a spent Chaos Sorcerer and blow up even more, or you can just use a spent Chaos Sorcerer, go for this, blow up 2. If you haven't normal summoned yet, which you probably did if you had Veiler on the field, but say you have another way to get in a monster, go Gagaga Magician, and then Exceed for a 7. So you potentially destroyed 3 things, or destroyed 2, banish 1, and then you have a Big Eye on the field. So now for the normal monster, or the regular monsters, 2 Gagaga Girl, 3 Magician. The core of the deck, they make the Exceed spamming, it's really nice to make any level. 2 Summoner Monk, you run basically almost all spells, you only run 4 traps, so you have a very high spell count, and it can just instantly grab Magician to go for first turn 4, and you can even go Summoner Monk, Magician first turn if you have enough stuff to do that, and then you can go Shockmaster. Or you can tutor out Thunder King Ryo. So early game, if you can go Summoner Monk Ryo, set 2 pass, you can kind of control there, and then next turn summon and do stuff. Then you have the 3 Tour Guide and Sangan, just because they're just broken and great for 3s. The deck's all about Exceed spamming, and that's exactly what she does. So why wouldn't you run it, right? It's a Chaos deck. And then you got your Thunder King Ryo, just 1, because you can tutor it out so easily. 3 Veiler, because it's a Chaos deck, so it'll never clog. If your opponent doesn't have any effects, then just Synchro with Chaos Sorcerer. And then you run 2 Chaos Sorcerer, 1 BLS, 1 Dark Armed, 1 Spear Reaper, and Gores. Spear Reaper is really great. You can stall out, it's 3, so it's just good. Alright, Dark Hole, Allure, Mind Control, Monster Reborn, Book of Moon, Triple Duality. Even if you want a special summon, it's still nice to have 3 of this because then you can either pitch it for a Summoner Monk, or this deck doesn't have a whole lot of searching because I don't run Charge or any of that yet with the Lightsworns because I don't have Gagaga Revenge. So for right now, it adds that little bit of consistency it's missing because it doesn't really have draw power. Then you have Heavy Storm and 3 MST. You don't want anything stopping your Exceeds, so that's just essential. And then you got your 3 Upstarts, because like I said, this deck doesn't have a whole lot of draw power and you just want to get to your big plays. Because this deck doesn't recover too easily if it's stopped, but if you can make a big push and control from there with what you have, then you're set. Then you only run 4 traps, and that's 3 Call of the Haunted and 1 Solemn Judgment, just because 3 Call of the Haunted, you can keep getting back your Gagaga Girl and Gagaga Magician. Gagaga Girl is so broke if you can make your opponent's attack 0, especially if you combo that with Kachikochi Dragon. Basically, somehow manage to get Gagaga Girl and Guy on the field, match for 4, go Kachikochi, to reduce your opponents to 0 if they special summoned it. Attack for Kachikochi, it's basically like you just did direct, 4200, so that's really nice. And call the Hunting works nice with Sangan. It's a constant search, so it adds a little bit of consistency there that this deck's missing. Solemn Judgment, just because it's an overall great card and it can just stop things that are trying to interrupt your big plays. I don't have a side deck ready yet, but I will be doing a separate video with side decks for all my deck profiles, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and thumbs up.